Hello and welcome. My name is Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind The Country Chic Cottage. Today we are going to make stained glass with our Cricut machine, and I sort of have it backlit here so you can see it better on the camera of how it literally is sort of a clear but colored stained glass. Now, you may have seen this done a variety of ways, but I have done this project before. And I have always used, of course you would use like gallery glass paints is what I use. They're from Plaid. And you just sort of like use the tip, like a little squeezy tip, to sort of color in your lines. But I've always used their liquid leading to draw my lines on, and I never liked this product. I didn't like that it wasn't very precise for me and it was hard to draw those leading lines. So recently I saw that they came out with ready to cut instant leading sheets, and you can cut these leading sheets with your Cricut machine. Now I am going to use a deep cut blade, so it would be Explore and Maker machines for this product, but you can cut this and then apply it. Here I just applied it to a glass frame, and I'll turn this off just a minute. You can see that's a little bit dark without the backlight with the camera. In person it looks gorgeous, and of course if it was sitting in front of a window it would look gorgeous. So I am just getting a little backlight for you so you can kind of see how great it looks with sort of like sun or something shining through. And I am doing this on a frame. However, they do say that you can apply the paints themselves horizontally or vertically. So this could be applied to a window if you wanted to do that and make it that permanent. But with these sheets, you can do the leading lines perfectly. You get those perfect Cricut cuts for the black portion, and then you just color it in like you're coloring with a coloring book with these paints. It's a very easy project and it is very dramatic. And I can't wait to see like what other projects I can come up with for this. This was my test project. I thought I'm gonna do it on this little framed piece and see how good it looks. And now I am hooked. So if you wanna jump on the stained glass trend, highly recommend using your Cricut machine to cut the leading sheets first to get those very precise, and then the rest of it is just the fun part. So let's take a look at the supplies we're gonna use and how to make this project. For this project, I'm going to use gallery glass paint. Very important that it is the specific paint. And for the leading, you can purchase like leading in a bottle similar to this and like draw on your leading lines. But I do find this to be cumbersome, difficult, hard to get looking well. So I am going to use these ready to cut leading sheets that you can cut with a Cricut machine. There are two pieces in here, 12 by 12, and I picked this up from Michael's as well as the paints. And then I am going to do my stained glass in a frame, and it is a gold frame with glass inside, and it does have like a little thing here so I can stand it up. I do like something that is see-through, however, for the stained glass. So first we do need to cut the leading sheets. So let's head to Cricut Design Space and find a design. I found several designs on Creative Fabrica, but Plaid also has a ton of designs that you can download for free. And then also if I head into Cricut Design Space, I can actually search stained glass, and there are tons of designs within Design Space as well. You're looking for a fairly simple design, so it's easier to cut out of this material. I have an 8 by 10 piece of glass, so I'm just going to search for something that will work with the glass size that I have. You can look for images that don't have any color, but a lot of these that have color are actually layered images, and we could remove everything that isn't black from these, and you could also use something like this. You can actually look for images either way. So for instance, here are two different sunflower images, and I actually kind of like the one that had all the color before I removed it a little bit better. Something else we could do is something like sort of a build your own, where there are these sort of blank frames, and then we could add something else in the middle and build up our own design within Cricut Design Space. So I'm just going to resize this where this fits on my glass, and I am coming in just a little bit from the sides with this. Once I have this just how I want it, I can go ahead and connect my Cricut machine and click Make. So I'm going to cut this material on a mat, go ahead and click Continue. And what you're looking for is the corrugated cardboard setting. And I am going to use the deep point blade instead of the fine point blade for this. you can go ahead and click Edit Tools and pick that deep point blade within Cricut Design Space. And I also want to pick more pressure. Then we can go ahead and head to the machine and cut our material. So I am going to use an Explorer machine, and I'm going to swap out for the deep point blade. Then I am going to use a green mat, and what we want to do is to put this material, now this material is going to be really thick. I'm going to put it with the liner side down on the mat, and you want to press it down really, really well. Get it down on that mat. Then we can go ahead and load this in to cut. All right, I do want to note that I paused the cut, mid-cut, and removed this edge. So the edges, I didn't notice, but the edges don't have any adhesive, just a little ways in. So don't put your design too close to, I would assume, the top and the side. And then note that this might start curling up. So it kind of started curling up because the material is stretchy. And so I just paused the machine and I removed this just so it wouldn't mess anything up. But I can, by that, tell that the cuts are really good. So we'll go ahead and remove this. And now what we need to do, so this is like a thick rubber-like material almost. And it is, the adhesive is all the way up on this side, and it was all the way over on this side. So it was just looks like it was one side, no, two sides. So it was this side, and what I put on the bottom didn't have adhesive. So you might look for that on your sheet. And what I'm going to do is to carefully go through here and remove anything where I want paint to be. So we want to leave all these outside edges and everything and just pick up all of these pieces where we want paint to be inside of it. So I am just going to use a weeding hook. It's actually not bad to weed, it's just kind of hard to see. So I'm just going to run through here and pick up all of these pieces, and then we'll attempt to transfer this to the glass. So here's everything completely weeded. I will say you need to be careful not to stretch this material out. So if anything is caught, be very careful and weed it carefully and don't stretch any of the pieces. Now we need to transfer this to the glass. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually take this frame apart. So it has little clear pieces that you can remove, and go ahead and take the glass out. I'm gonna just do it right on the glass itself. And I am just gonna clean this glass with alcohol really quickly, make sure everything is clean, and just allow that to dry a few seconds. While that's drying, you just sort of scoot that to the side. You can transfer this, you can just pick it up and transfer it all in one piece, but like I said, it is stretchy. I did find regular transfer tape did not pick this up, so I am using a strong grip transfer tape and just adding that over the top. Pressing that down well. Then I'm just sort of peeling this back and leaving that material on the surface. Now, my cut settings were a bit aggressive. Might not have needed to pick that more pressure because it did go through, if you'll see that white right there. But I can just remove that after I get through. So I'm just gonna peel this back and get as much as I can on that transfer tape. That is almost perfect. We'll just have to remove that one little white spot. So we'll just locate this onto the surface. So just set that down, rub over the entire thing, try to get it stuck really good to that glass. And just peel back your transfer tape. And I would go over this one more time. Just make sure it's on the glass really, really well at this point. So now I just have my gallery glass paints, and we're just gonna fill in each of these spots. So what they recommend is to start around the outside edge and fill it in till it's even with the leading, and then to sort of fill in the middle. And what I like to do is to have something, toothpick, skewer, to push this around to make sure it fills in all the gaps. Especially for the smaller places, this is really handy. So what I'm gonna do is just fill in all of these spots, and then this needs to dry for at least 24 hours. So you're just going to leave it to dry. Now this can be applied horizontally or vertically, so you could do this directly on a window. So I am doing this on my table, but you could absolutely do it up on a window. So I'm just going to continue on and fill in my entire thing. So once this is dry, you are ready to assemble it. So the frame I purchased comes with like a front and back glass, and I think I want to utilize that. So the other piece of glass that comes with it, I'm going to clean it really well and try to get any fingerprints or anything off of it. And then what I'm going to do is take the frame, this side's the front, so front side down. And what I'm going to do, so this is the back, this is the side we painted. The side that looks the best is the front. So it looks really great from the front. So I want essentially like the back to be the front. So not the side we painted. So I'm going to put it where that side I want exposed is in the front of the frame. And then I'm going to slide in the second piece of glass to cover up that back. So this frame did come with some clear pieces to stick in the sides to keep the glass from moving. Now, because the leading and everything that I put inside of here is so thick, these aren't working. They're just too hard to get in there. So what I did was I just trimmed off just barely the edge, and just that small sliver being cut off of these was enough to make them stick in the side. So if you buy these same frames, because of the thickness, you might have to modify the stoppers to get them to work. But I did get them to work, and now this is complete. So now you saw like literally just how easy this is, and I'm sure you can imagine other things that you can make with this. I was thinking perhaps like a nightlight situation would be so cute. Of course, it could be used for a stained glass window, but I tend to think in project terms. And then maybe something glass that would hang. So this particular frame has an easel back, so it's meant to sit, but they make similar frames like this that have like a chain for you to hang them by. So if you do something like that, you can hang this in front of a window, and of course you get that natural light flowing in, and it is going to look absolutely gorgeous. So if you are infatuated with stained glass, you love the stained glass look trend, give this product a try with your Cricut machine. This has changed the way I'm looking at stained glass projects. Like I said, I have done several of these in the past and just sort of shied away from them because it was so hard for me to control this leading in a bottle. But now that I can use this product and control my leading lines, I am all about the stained glass. So hopefully this will help you and transform your Cricut machine into a stained glass maker as well. So now if you have any questions about anything we've covered, drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you like this video and helped you, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. I have videos every single week teaching you creative, crafty things, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.